In this video, we're going to be repairing the 6-horse RX Stover. It's got stripped threads, bad gaskets, no spark, and, well, just needs a lot of love. So, stay tuned and enjoy the video. First thing we need to do, we're going to thread this in, and you can see how loose these threads are. But there is not enough cast iron in here to be able to go the next size up or even put a helicoil in. So, I tapped it a little further. It's still a little loose, but it's a lot better than only this much going in. So it's going to have more threads holding it. They may not be the best, but I can't really show it to you guys. But up in here, there is not much material between this and these threads because it recesses behind this ring. So we'll get our depth here, and then we'll cut off the rest on the lathe and then get this matched up and get this mag mounted. That's nice. So I ran down to grab a nicer die and a die holder. I tell you what, I got some really cheap ones from Northern Tool, and I think these are Irwins. Let me see what brand they are. Hanstons? Of course, the sticker's over it, so I can't read it. Anyways, it cuts about 100 times better. Like, no comparison. Like absolute butter. Ridiculous. Sometimes it does not pay to cheap out, I suppose. There's our new improved stud. Definitely an upgrade. Let's get this in. We'll get the igniter on and start messing with this engine. This thing hasn't ran in, well, shoot, since last fall. I haven't taken this to a show. First show I went to go take this to, bolt stripped right out. So, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this engine, but I want to fix what I can on it before I sell it. Oh, we're getting some good threads. Is it right? No, but gotta do what we gotta do. Make it right. Well, let's see if that mag will go on there nicely. I did turn this down a little bit off camera. We'll see if that helps. Alright, let's see if she blows compression by now. Because before it was sitting cockeyed and wouldn't tight, so let's see. Something's leaking. Yup. I'm pretty sure this copper gasket has a bit in the dust. I think she's officially tapped out, so we'll make a new gasket for it. Yeah, she's pretty much done. I'd like to put another copper one in it, but I don't have any copper, so find some gasket material and get a new one made. So this gasket material I have is really thick and it's not very pliable. It's kind of a pain to work with, but it's It's what I got. It works well for high temperatures, works well for head gaskets. If you have a lot of pitting, it doesn't work that well. I usually put copper coat on it, but it's kind of a one-time use head gasket. You take it off with copper coat, it's gonna be junk. Got roughly 2 inches on that. Take this. Get this down to 1 roughly. That'll be all right. This here will be our ID portion. Of our gasket, and this will stay our center. Had to be exact, this would not be the hobby for me. That ought to be good. Trace that out. All right, now let's get this cut out. I'm using these tin snips, and it's kind of hard with these because you can easily split the gasket. So let's be hoping and praying here. So it's a little tight, so what I'll do is I'll take my round file and just kind of go round and round and round and get this kind of cleaned up. Any high spots on there, you want to get those. We got that fitted. Just come along and cut the outside. This is where it kind of gets delicate. You don't want to get too Wild West with it, because like I said, this stuff is not very pliable. It's good in high heat and pressure. Here it is. She don't look perfect, but she should be functional. Yeah, I think she's gonna work just fine. We'll get these bolt holes here kind of honed out a little. Just mark that with my marker, and we'll just kind of file them. Get one there, one down here.
Alright, put her on and see what happens.
For giggles, let's see if this thing's gonna start. Flutter out. She flooded. I don't know, it's one thing or another. Mag just took a crap on this. I'm getting like slim to no spark out of it. So I tell you, if there's one shortfall, is going to be mags. Mags, I feel like, is every engine guy's weakness. And that's something I want to start learning more, how mags work and how to charge magnets and how to rebuild them. They're not very complicated, but we're gonna hook battery and coil up to this, and I'll show you guys how I do that. That's the cool thing with these mag-fired engines. You can hook a battery and coil up to it, and you're off to the races. So we'll get that hooked up and see if this thing will fire off, and then we'll get into making this new pin. Hey, you're messing it up. So I'll make a video of this in the future. How to wire up a ignition coil for basically using it as a low tension coil for igniter fired engines. But I'll make a video on that at some point. I feel like there isn't any videos out on YouTube on that. I know it's kind of simple, but until then, let's see if we can get this thing fired up now that you got some spark up here. This is the best this thing's ran in probably a year and a half. And I'm thinking our mag has been kind of the culprit. And this is something I've yet to figure out. This thing really, for some reason, likes to drizzle fuel. I don't know if it doesn't have enough, I don't know, suction to suck up all that fuel or what. But it's something I've messed with quite a bit. It still hasn't changed. So right here's our rocker, and I've had just a grade 8 bolt here. Just kind of sitting in there. I know they ain't the greatest thing. See, it's a little loose. But we are going to build a proper pin for this rocker and push rod. So get that figured out. I'll just say 2 inches, give or take. We'll have a little nub up here. So it rests on top of the push rod, goes through with the pin. And yeah, so let's hop on the lathe. So you gotta remember, not very good at this, so I'm still learning. So like I said, we need about 2 inches total for our pin in there. Got some high-speed steel on here from Harbor Freight. That'll work for now. We'll get this turned down to size and go from there. Alright, that took a little time. We're pretty close where we need to be on that. So now we're going to part it, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, I am terrible at this. Need to watch some more videos on it. But yeah, and these old tool posts, I don't know the exact name for them. A little harder to work with. This is old school type here. So I'll get the parting tool set up and see if we can get it cut off right here. A little warm. Whew. Look at that. Let's get that cleaned up. Well, it ain't my best work, but let's see how she fits. Now it's tighter than the bolt, but this is egg shaped, so this is as comfortable, as big as I wanted it to go without it not fitting correctly. So it'll work. This rocker arm is extremely egged out. Woo! Only way to really fix that is to ream that out and make an oversized pin, which I do not have the tooling for that, so we'll work with what we got for now. This will be fine. I'll throw a cotter key here and should be good to go, but it looks a lot better than that bolt sitting in there. So let's fire this thing up and see how much better she runs. You guys can hear that wrist pin knock. That'll probably be our next project. Not this winter, but always something. This has new Babbitt in it. You guys can see what I'm working with here. So, when this thing basically sucks fuel up, it doesn't suck all of it up, and a lot of it ends up coming down through here. You can see it sit there. I don't know why that is, but it's pretty freaking annoying because you get a puddle of fuel here after a while. I guess that's for another time. Anyways, in closing, it's another repair. Officially, all my engines run. This one, that one, and this one. That's the first time this year they've all ran. And I'll make a video here coming up soon on kind of what our plan is this winter in the workshop. I do have this M we want to work on. And before I start the M, I need to finish this engine for my buddy Rafe. So I told myself, Tyler, you're going to get all your engines running before you start any other project. So everything runs. Is it perfect? No. I don't really think any 100-year-old engine is going to be perfect, especially when you have a budget that's like mine. Every single one of my engines has a problem, and we just slowly work on them, and that's the fun part. So I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.